The plate goes down.
Well, Canyon.
I spoke way too soon. As he gets in there with the subjugate, and he's actually looking to fight. He's going 1v2 right now. Now he's got some help from his friends who are joining up, and that is the power of Trundle in small little skirmishes like that.
It's not just the Trundle as well. It's really interesting that Damokia went for that because Showmaker actually was backing. The reason why Zeka felt comfortable taking that trade was due to the fact that Canyon should have been there alone, and he was, but as it turns out, especially if Pop up picking waves in other lanes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a mid drop, especially with the Drake currently being up, but Damokia aren't going for that.
The feathers are missed, and now it's Deokdam ahead of this one. Deft China kind of inviting the fight here, and in a bit of trouble. One more auto will do it, and down he goes. First blood is the solo. Hands are up for Deft, as Deokdam will get so much value out of this.
He's too good on Aphelios, man. It's not fair. It's not fair, Valdez. You're not supposed to win that 1v1.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my Shelly.
That's fine. We're getting a full turret in bot, so they really don't care too much about that. As the handshake comes in, there's the hostile takeover, and now Better Azir is going to pick up the other Azir. Zeka will go down, and that will be a kill here for Showmaker.
And we've gone from a competitive game to a complete blowout, much akin to like that. You silly. But he will. He's not done. He's going to keep on going because he has Canyon and Kellen in the area.
Cannon Barrage, yep. Denied. Here comes Canyon. And now our little Gnar is in a bit. Oh, okay.
So overall, the state of the game right now for DRX is really, really hard to come back from because of the gold deficit. If you look at the itemization breakpoints, there's not a lot going on for DRX, and it doesn't really get better anytime soon either.
Ingen kind of decided he was going to go 1v4, and it kind of worked, actually.
Great use of terrain. Actually utilizing Trundle's pillar against him. But they have no items, and he had no follow-up.
Just kind of stop the push, I suppose.
Yeah, true.
Cannon Barrage. So that push is denied. As Beryl decides, my life for this war.
It's a weird game, Valdez.
Worst trade deal in the history. No. Showmaker is clearing a ward here as now the knockup comes in. Better Gnar is going to knock them into the wall as where's the damage? They don't have it. And the rest of Damokia is going to follow up here as finally King gets in there. The bailout not going to be good enough. Actually gets hit in the face with the house. And that is a scary Gnar.
There's going to be one shutdown given over to the Gnar, which King is going to be very happy with. At least should make his adventure in side lane a lot more bearable. Nuguri again going for this Bruiser GP build. But overall, Zeka probably going to go towards Shadowflame second, build we've seen a lot. Does actually provide a lot of value. I do think the Conqueror struggles a little bit more. And yeah, Barrel, he got the ward. Might not have been expecting that much damage, and will eventually just go down. Deokdam gets a final auto in, and then this is actually Showmaker feels very safe, justifiably so, because there's two of his teammates at the ready. Gets the Gnar, Better Gnar ultimate off, then actually makes it out here with a really nice dash, hits the Everfrost, gets the Guardian Shield, and then doesn't actually have to go in there at all, because Deokdam is also on his way, and Kellen and Canyon can deal with the Gnar, but does decide to do so. Gets the extra Kingslayer health, but that's not nearly enough. Will get taken down here as Damokia now starting to set up vision traps and kind of loving it. I think that here you just take away the vision, try the two-man, and Kellen gets trolled by Blast Cone. Thank you, Deokdam or Canyon. I'm not sure who threw out that one. I think it was Canyon. But it doesn't matter because they get Baron.
Baron goes down. Free Baron with 7,000 gold in the lead was DK. Now they are about, of course, with the 1,500 gold infusion, feeling pretty good. Down will go the turret. This Cannon Barrage has basically just been used to deny backs and to deny pushes. And it's been pretty good at that. Pioshik is dead, as he's still trying to catch up in CS, I guess.
He's ahead, Veldas, I'll have you know.
Yeah, because, you know, he's farmed a lot of CS in the jungle.
Yeah.
Instead of, you know, making plays. But yeah, I mean, there have not been a lot of angles here for Pyosik, of course. Jokes aside, Deft is going to get a really nice pullback on those feathers, but it just feels like some really heavy wallets coming through for Dalmakia. Kingen is gravitamed, slowed at least, in the backside, so he's just going to run away. Even with the Mega Gnar, here comes Showmaker as better Rakan in this case. Kingen kind of just says no. Killer not quite good enough, but the chains will be good enough. And down will go the Gnar.
And Dalmakia is giving DRX a taste of their own medicine, just taking them down across the board. Every turret being taken, and this solidifies what we already knew. Dalmakia, when Deokdam gets Aphelios and this team gets ahead, they are unstoppable. I think they still push leads better than any team that isn't named Gen G, because Gen G is still the best at that, as we also saw earlier tonight. But they're continuously looking for very aggressive invades. And I kind of get Pyosik, because look at the vision he had here, right? Like, he feels relatively safe. Fortunately for him, he's not safe at all. Showmaker gonna use the quickness here to make sure that he's actually able to get on top of Kingen. Kingen tries his best to stay alive, but especially after that pillar. Never really getting out of there. Gets taken down by Showmaker in the end. And now turret has fallen. Summoners had to be used there. Double teleport invested. And with another sideline turret gone, this Baron power play. Again, Dalmakia, if I remember correctly, first in Baron power plays across the LCK, and seeing it in action here again.
Yeah, just kind of sweeping the map as it is right now. A lot of the objectives will be theirs, the Barons, and not a lot of their turrets have even gone down, only a couple of them. DRX have not been able to really get out on the map in this case. And it's kind of rough if you're DRX from behind playing this comp. You know, you don't really, you kind of just have to wait and hope that Dalmakia make a mistake. Like, yes, you can look for options with the Rakan and the Gnar, but it's not going to be enough. You know, you can't really dive on in, especially if you don't have a lot of vision. You don't know where the backup is going to be. If it's one guy and he's clearly alone, then yes, you can engage on him. You have some decent damage as the game comes along, but
yeah,
it hasn't really mattered too much in this one because DRX have never had an opportunity. Now this is one way.
Yeah, not obvious at all. And someone's gonna say, "I'm not gonna walk into the
strange.
I'm not gonna walk into the unwatered jungle. I will thank for that."
Must only be Kingen.
Right?
Yeah. Mega Gnar versus better Gnar.
Yeah. And what we're seeing here is just a complete chokeout or chokehold from Dalmakia, picking up as many of the objectives as they possibly can. As you point out, look at the engages as well. Like, who do you actually engage on here? Deokdam is the only really good target.
They're going to find Canyon, who is pushed way back into that back line, but with Subjugate, he is actually more tanky than Baron.
As I was saying, the only good target is Deokdam because Callan has his ult, Showmaker has Stopwatch, Nuguri has Oranges and is relatively tanky, and Canyon is Subjugate. So, not a lot to be done there. And after what was a very lackluster game, going back in, I don't think it's going to work out though.
Yeah. Feather's not doing enough, and Deokdam is actually just a fountain laser now. As in goes Showmaker, he says, I can do this on Silas as well. He's pretty strong at the moment. The turrets are going to be taken out here as Dalmakia, a pretty quiet but very dominant victory for them here in game number 2 to bring us to a third one.
Extremely.
나 이거 같이 밀게.
끝나 이거 투업책이 아닌가?
애매해.
이거 포킹자 해라.
일단 밀어보자.
못 빠졌는데? 못 빠졌는데?
다할게요. 이제 막았다.
못 빠져.
이러면 빠지긴 했어.
나쁘다. 살짝 빠져.
맞을게. 약간 떠올렸어.
뽀삐부터 천천히 볼게.
우리 나를
뽀삐 잡았어.
살짝 가봄.
사야 되고.
나 이제 탱크. 나 탱크.
타워 쳐야 돼.
탱크.
잘 W 줄게.
끝내자.
본이한테 S.
나이스.